All right, yeah, welcome. And like good end of the year celebration to everybody. We're getting to 2024. It's time to go and look back at everything that we did over the past year in 2023. Yeah, Pastry Quarks, rewind back on it. I'm Shane. It's a me. Um, let's go ahead and look at some things that you may have seen and you may not have seen going through the year 2023. So I'll go ahead and minimize that. So right here we have the game that I actually started the year with that I never made a video on. So this is Ninja Pool. The game itself has a snazzy intro, and it has some options. You can change some volume stuff around. There's not really any sounds or anything, so no need to really worry about that. But this is a game where you have these little ninjas that you can launch around and fight against these ping pong mafia guys. Now, this game got to a decent point, and I actually worked on this for 4 months. When it got to about May this year, I had to put the game down just because I was just so overwhelmed with things going on at the time that my day job got in the way and everything. But honestly, this turned out pretty good for how much I actually finished on it. Here, we'll go to the next level. I'll play a couple levels for you guys so you can see the content of the game. We're just going to go kind of a slow pace, even though I'm kind of talking a little fast. In this game, you actually get bonuses for not taking damage. And if you smack one of these guys, if you smack one of these guys, it does like the ninja's damage to them, and it knocks them back, and it does a little slow-mo effect that I was really proud of at the time. This right here, it just shoots to where it stops on the guy, and then it doesn't really account for, like, if I do this, the actual ninja's not gonna hit him there. It's gonna hit him like closer to down here because of the way that the circle collision works. So that was something that I need to fix eventually. But now I have 3 attacks, so most the rest of the game is going to be pretty easy. I'm just going to eliminate these guys as I touch them, pretty much. And then, yeah, for each one of these guys that I defeat, I get a pizza slice, and if you get 4 pizza slices, you win. Or if you have 4 pizza slices, you get a coin. I guess you don't just automatically win if you get 4 pizza slices. You'll probably get a lot more than 4 pizza slices, honestly. So we're going through the first section of the game. I think we're getting close to... Yeah, okay, so now we're in section 2 of the game, which includes this brand new enemy. This guy's called a blocker. He applies a blocking buff to his nearby allies, so you'll see like a +1 go next to this guy. He has an additional hit as well as 3 health. So if I was to hit him, let's go ahead and hit him. See, he didn't take any damage. He just got rid of the hit there that he had in addition to his health. And let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and close that tab over there. All right. But yeah, so the blocker goes ahead and moves like a normal enemy, but applies block to the nearby guys around him. And if you block a hit, if they block a hit, they don't actually take damage. They just take a shield point down instead. Yeah, and in further levels, like as you increase the amount of ninjas that you have, you get more moves per turn. And there would normally just be a certain amount of guys here, but since we have 2 ninjas, I've included a system that dynamically changes the number of enemies based on the amount of ninjas you have, which is very cool. Let's get that. Get that guy. Yeah, see, these guys are going to be real tough to deal with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start like bouncing to get rid of their armor with the weaker ninja, and then the stronger ninja is going to come in and wreck house, basically. Okay, so then we're going to go like Hmm. Wow, yeah, this one is kind of challenging. Let's do that. But yeah, like the game kind of plays on like this. We're gonna get into the next stage of the game soon, and we'll be introducing another enemy. See, he just went up and smacked my guy. Some plans that I had for this game, um, like I have some gifs here or there of like little action bubbles that you'd see next to the characters. I didn't find the time when I was working on this to actually put those in when you actually collide with one of the enemies. Let's do that. Here we go. And then here's the ambush level in the series of levels here. Yeah, don't mind the phallic shape. And then we're going to go ahead and take out a couple guys. And then we're going to do the same up here. Yeah, there's some like here's another bug right here where you can actually like shoot a ray through the guy and it won't actually like do that stuff properly. Let's see here. We'll just get through this. Yeah, and this game actually has a dynamic kind of combo system with the way that it works because of the fact that they are physics based. The actual billiards themselves will bash against each other, and they'll knock into each other. So you can actually make really cool combos where you go through and smack one of your allies, and they'll hit into an enemy and do their damage. But yeah, so we're getting to this part right here. Probably won't see it, but this guy is one of those ping pong. He has a ping pong Tommy gun, like these guys do, and they do ranged attacks. It's not the most crazy thing ever, but it changes the way you have to play. Because right here, look, he went ahead and hurt my guy without me being very careful about where my guys go. I could lose a lot of health depending on the situation. So this game is very much like about placement and about moving characters around to more good positions around the map. So we'll kind of speed through the next couple levels here. I'll get another ninja. Let's see. Actually, that probably was a bad idea because I think getting another ninja added more enemies to kill. That's crazy. Okay, so then I think we're gonna go like this. Yeah, see how you can kind of combo the guys together? I really enjoy that feature of this. Oh, it looks like they all got blockers on them in that last turn. Boop. Now he doesn't have a blocker anymore. Take that. Okay. Actually, we'll start with the blue guy. You can choose whichever one to start you want. It actually doesn't matter which one it is. Okay. Do that. Take that guy out. And we can actually start whittling this guy away right now. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I really got to fix that. Let's see here. So I'm going to go like this, actually. Just start moving these guys around a little bit. Boosh, boosh. Oh, shoot. Yeah, if you get into these spaces here, you could end up getting like really beaten up. Okay, hit that guy. Boosh. And there it is. There's another level 1. Now, I'm going to see if I can't just get to the boss level here. Okay, here's another ambush. So we're in the next section after this. So I did get pretty far in this production per se, because I actually got to like level making and like loading and stuff like that. But a lot of the artistic like aspects of the game really kind of held me back. like I got kind of let's see. I got a bit disoriented because the things didn't look exactly the way I wanted them to. But there we go. Go to the next level. And here we are. We're at the boss level. So this guy is a big bad mobster himself, and he's got moves to, make his way across the arena effectively. He'll act almost like the other enemies, where he'll only move a certain amount per turn. Oh, hey, looks like we might actually see him attack my guy right there. Boosh. Oh, okay. So he doesn't actually do damage yet. That's funny. Yeah, I'll have to look at how this is set up. But from what I found from some earlier testing today is actually you can just straight up ignore the boss. And if you defeat all the guys, then you just win the level. And that's the end of Ninja Pool, actually. Oh, let's see. Yeah, and that's the end of Ninja Pool, actually. I'm hoping this next year to get some work done on that, but that's what I spent the first 4 months of the year actually doing, and that was pretty that was a pretty big time sink for the most part. But I went on to make some more like demos, and this is like having all this stuff here is actually really cool. All right, so now we'll move on to the Pick Mechanics demo. So this comes from a love of all games Pikmin. I really wanted to go through and make a demo that really encompassed like the mechanical nature of the Pikmin, just because like I'm always so fascinated in how these things work. With this, it's only in 2D, and I think I did include some other features that I don't have here in the video at some point, because I went and transferred it into 3D. This I don't have a video of until now. So now we have Pick Mechanics Demo, which this is a fully 3D implementation of the same stuff. The mouse tracking is whatever, but you can actually do, you can toss them around, you can call them back, you can have them go rank and file in a square-like shape, and then afterwards they'll be all randomized in the way that they go. And then you can change like which order that you have the actual like characters in. Yeah, like honestly, I love this demo because it's very close to my heart. All the Pikmin games are. And I'd love to make something like it one day. Let's see here. So let's go ahead and hop back over. So here's when I was messing around with some shader stuff. I'm hoping to do some more shader stuff in the future, but this stuff was very fun to mess around with. Like starting with a 2D shader, actually like learning how shaders work. Going to like this fake lighting demo. Get out of there. Yeah, this fake lighting shader, which actually continues to like I continue to develop that further with adding colors. And then I can actually show where we got with that. Let's see here. Where we got that with that at some point. So it not only actually has the colors working now, but it's only if the side is actually facing the light now, the lights actually work on it now properly. So it's actually much cooler than before. I want to use this in combination with some stuff. I want to use this in combination with some stuff in the future, because like it would be really cool to have some interaction between maybe even like this maybe like this kind of star like character, and then some kind of moon of some kind maybe, and that'd just be really sick. Let's see here. And then we have this, some other like lighting tests, see if we could get the textures to kind of do that. And then this is actually a really cool like shader demo. So this looks like like Earth or some kind of like earthen planet. But if we look into the actual material stuff, it uses some interesting color shifting stuff. Let's see. So I'll just comment this stuff out and then comment that stuff in. So right here we went ahead and just kind of removed the extra color stuff, the other color nonsense, and it's just like a grayscale like picture of the moon, and that's pretty good. And then if we actually like turn it back, we're going through and just like shifting the color based on some color stuff, and then changing like some of the, what I really like here is this like glow in the water, but then it doesn't like translate into the land like it's supposed to. So that's pretty cool. This was a really fun project. Glad that that I was able to put something like this together when I was working on like shader like stuff. And then we're gonna go back. So yeah, that's this. All right, and then we go to Beetle Boys. The Beetle Boys are actually a really cool like project here. I kind of wish that this would like just be the top quality right now. There we go. Yeah, so these guys, I went through and modeled a beetle character and did all the little animations for it, and this is spawning like a couple hundred of those guys that are like dancing around and doing random animations and stuff. And then we went through and actually like put through the actual effort to get those guys like moving around and doing stuff. And here I'll just like open that up. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. So now this isn't actually video documented until now, but now we have an actual like beetle character that can go around and collect these orbs, and then you can actually get more beetle characters for your little group of dudes, and then we can get an absolute buttload of these guys. It is pretty much like an exponential growth kind of deal, because it's doubling the beetle guys right now every time I turn in the little food pellets. And the little food pellets are actually they use a shader to actually have that like coloring effect, which is a cool little thing that I was able to add in due to the shader research from like earlier in the year. So we'll just go and pick up a whole bunch of these things, and we'll get these guys going. Look at how many of them there are. It's so many guys. Let's see if we can't actually get all of the pellets. I think that's all of the pellets. Yeah. Yeah. And like this is actually like a really good demo to kind of assist with making like 3D controllers and things in the future for like future projects and stuff. So like if I wanted to do some things for that like Pikmin like demo, I could really use it for that. And this is a really good like proof of concept as to kind of what I want to do with these specific characters in this in like a future game plan. So there's that. And then I got sick for like three whole months. I got sick, so there was like, there was a big gap between me being able to do stuff and like, between me being able to do stuff and then actually like putting some things together. So when I finally got back, I made this Tertis game, and this was such a nice thing to put together because it was something that I wanted to do forever, and it was something easy enough to where I could like actually actually get back into it. It just was a very nice like change of pace from going to being like stuck in bed and not able to do a whole lot to like actually putting together a project that mattered to me. And that's also on my itch.io now. Here, I'll just like, I won't play it for too long. I'll just like make a line. I can't help myself. I had a lot of fun just playing this during development, really. So, I would always, while testing, just get stuck on playing that because of how that, like, just how fun Tetris is. And then recently, I've been putting together this real-time strategy game, and there's going to be some more video on this eventually. I'm basically caught up with where this is at in development in terms of like videos and stuff like that now. And once it gets to a certain point, it's actually going to be very close to. It might be a couple weeks before I get there, but it'll be very close to being able to be more like what the actual original design was supposed to be. And setting up these combat features is very much like along with that idea of getting that ready. So there's that, and then very, very recently I was playing with this. This is of course Godot 4. I went to upgrade just so I could play around with this. They have these really cool like 3D shape, or these really cool like area 3D things. It doesn't quite matter as much about that, but the whole idea is that you can actually have little physics objects, and they'll use the gravity from the shapes in order to do different things. So I'll even just change. I'll grab one of these balls right here, and I'll even just move it. Ooh, that was not where I thought that would go. I'll even move it just like right here, just like barely in orbit around this thing. I'll see if I can get these things to collide with each other. See? So wherever it actually ends up in the scene, it'll change the gravity depending on that. And I think I want to experiment some more with this kind of stuff. Not necessarily just physics related things, but like just being able to shift gravity around and do things with that. I think that'll be very fun in the weeks to come. Okay. So that's a recap on this year. The 2023 is about to end. It's actually 12:31 as I'm recording this. I'll probably get this up tonight. And if you're interested in things going forward, we have a Pastry Quark Facebook, a Pastry Quark itch.io, and then on itch as well as on the Pastry Quark Patreon, I post like pretty regular devlog posts, which are just like, catching up on what I'm doing that week, even if it's not game related. And everything, all the content that exists on my Patreon right now is free. Like, no one actually has to pay anything to see any of the stuff that I'm doing right now. So, like in the future, when I have some more specific things that I want to actually have people pay for, I'll probably do that. But for now, the Patreon's free, so no need to worry about that. But yeah, so that's kind of a recap on this year. This next year will be all about finishing projects. I have a lot of opened doors and not a lot of houses. So I'm going to be going through and doing work on all sorts of games, including like Overdo It, one of my oldest projects, and more, really. So thank you so much for watching, and just subscribe if you want to. It's up to you. Have a good one.